This video will relate things in the class information and expectation sheet. It will relate these things to Canvas and give you a visual so that you can understand how I run my class and how my course works on Canvas. I'm not going to go over everything. You still have to read this document. You and your parent/guardian, you have to read the document, and there are two places to sign it. One is after the information and expectations here. Both you and your guardian have to sign and date. And since it's a lab course, you have to read the science lab safety contract, and you and your guardian have to sign and date it as well, or else you can't participate in the labs. Okay. A few things I want to show you or talk about are the subunits, what they look like on Canvas, how our class flows, and what I mean by semi-self-paced classroom. So I remember when I was in high school, I would go to class and the teacher would lecture and talk to us for about 45 minutes every day. Now, if you zoned out or couldn't hear them, or you lost focus, or you were tired, then you missed the content. Also, if another student had a question about the content, but you already understood it, then you had to listen to the teacher re-explain something to a student while you didn't need that explanation. You could have saved time and moved on. So instead of me lecturing, what I do in my classroom is I am more like the guide for the content. I am going to create projects, assignments, activities, and labs, discussion questions. I'm going to create all of these things and give them to you so that when you work on these things, you will learn the material. Some students are used to just being talked to in class, lectured at, but that's not the most efficient or the best way to actually learn. In my class in environmental science, you are going to be working on assignments and projects that I've created, that I set up, and it's going to help you learn the material better than just listening to a lecture. We are going to review together, and we'll do group work, and we'll collaborate, and we'll share our ideas. So let's look at what that looks like on Canvas. When I talk about a self-paced classroom, well, first, for each unit, what I will provide you, as you can see on our homepage, is an overview and goals page. There's only unit 1.1 up here, but as we go through the year, there will be unit 1.2, 3. All the buttons will pop up as we get to them, okay? So if we click on this, you will be brought to the overview and goals page for unit 1.1. This Canvas page, all of the things in here are very consistent. All of the unit overview and goals pages will look like this. They'll have different information though. So it tells you what you should be able to do, what kind of skills you'll be able to do by the end of this unit, this subunit. Also, you'll see the schedule. We're already planned out all the way up to October 11th, which will be your first test. These are the assignments, the projects, the labs, and the things that you are going to do in order to learn the material and to prepare for our first test. So you already know what all of your work is. Now, when I say that this is a semi-self-paced classroom, what I mean is, in my classroom, since you won't just be lectured to, you're going to come into class and you're going to use the class time to complete assignments and to investigate and analyze different documents and get work done. It's almost like you're going to your job. You're going to sit down, and on the first day, which will be technically Monday in September, is when we start content. You're going to start on this assignment here. These two are actually one assignment, but there's two tasks in the assignment, so I split it up. If you finish that in class in a relatively quick amount of time, because you learn things quickly and you work fast, then you can move right on to here. You don't have to wait for the next day. You don't have to wait till I explain it. Everything is laid out on Canvas. If you need extra time for this assignment, then that becomes your homework. If you need even more time, then you should schedule extra time after school or during a prep period to work with a teacher. Okay? So each student will be working at their own pace, because although you can get ahead, at the end of each topic, we will be doing a class practice and review session where we go over problems. I tell you about different ways to look at the material and different ways to think about it, quick and easy things to remember. And I also use that time to clear up any misconceptions. So essentially, when I talk about class flow, it's very consistent. You're always going to start each topic by reading a content page and taking notes and making vocabulary cards on it. Then using that content, those notes you took, You're going to do some kind of assignment that makes you apply the knowledge. It could be a project, a lab, it could be some kind of questions or discussion, but that extra practice is going to help you apply the content that you got from your content page. Now, that can go on to be 3, 4 assignments, or if the topic is shorter, it'll be followed up by a class practice and review where we go over what you figured out, what kind of ideas you had, what kind of answers you had, and we clear up any misconceptions. Sorry, I dropped my mouse. Now, that's how every topic goes. Always notes and vocab for a content page, practice, then we review together. As you see, notes, vocab, this is a really short topic. We go right into practice. As we move down further, you see notes and vocab. There's a demo that you're going to do with a partner. Then we have our first project. Then we review. I'm going to give a little demo before we do this. Then we'll do a lab. Then there's another demo that we'll do. There's more practice for you. Then we review together. This class overview page has everything that we're going to do laid out, all of the deadlines and the assignments. I also provide quick links to any video lessons, any handouts that I give in class, any slides, Google Slides, slide decks that I use, and any of the supplemental extra credit videos. I also give you an overview of what vocab you should definitely be picking out of your content pages. And if you are really trying to get an A in my class, there's even extra practice questions here. These are things that are not in any of the other worksheets or projects or assignments that I give you. This is extra. And if you can master those, then you're definitely going to do very well on my test. Some of those questions may even show up on the test itself. And then there's a place for extra resources if there's anything that I use extra outside of any of this stuff. So like I said, this is an overview page. You should get familiar with this. It has everything, quick and easy access. But like I said, for the class flow, when you come into class, I'll outline this part here, how classes run. Every day you're going to come into class, you're going to put your cell phone in the caddy, and you're going to sit at your assigned seat, which you'll see from your exit ticket. We'll talk about that in class. And then you're going to sit down and log in your computer, and you're going to answer the Daily Catalyst question on your Daily Catalyst worksheet. I will always put that up on the board. That's because sometimes the Chromebooks take a few minutes to log in, so I'll put it up on the board for you, and you just answer whatever you think the correct answer is on your Daily Catalyst sheet. This is for our first day on September 7th, so this isn't actually anything you have to answer because we're not going to use our Chromebooks tomorrow or on the first day, and we're not going to have a Daily Catalyst sheet until we get to the first Monday of school. But after you come into class, you put your cell phone in the caddy, go to your assigned seat for that day, you finish the Catalyst. We are going to review the Catalyst so you can get class participation points. Then it's your responsibility to get to work. Your instructors will roam around the room helping anyone who needs help, but you will click on modules, and any assignments for whatever subunit you're in will be laid out just like you saw them on the overview page. Here's everything laid out, chronological order. In modules, that's where you're going to access the actual work. So you will start here. I do have it set up so that you will really only see one. You can only do one at a time from top to bottom. As you finish one assignment, you mark it as complete. The next one will become available. As you can see, it follows the same order as the overview page. We have the notes and vocab assignment with the content page. Then you have the practice assignment that you can do with a partner. And then we have the class practice where we review together. You will notice these extra credit assignments here. Read in the syllabus the class information and expectation sheet about these. You can earn 1 point extra credit towards any assignment, test, or quiz or project if you complete these. Highly recommend you do that. Not only will you get extra credit, but by doing them, you'll learn the material even better. What I do want to mention is just a couple different logos that you can see in the class information expectations. This logo here indicates that there is a video. This will always precede where I say something like click here to watch how to do this, how to do this. These are all of the how-to videos. There's another logo that looks like this. It says team up. Any assignment you see this logo that says team up at the top on, anytime you see that, that means that you can work by yourself or you can work with a partner. Just remember, you cannot plagiarize your work or copy. If you work with a partner, you have to go through each question together and bounce ideas off each other. I don't want you to split the work up between both of you, split it in half, and then just copy off each other. That's only going to help you learn half of it. Okay? And other than that, everything else is pretty much outlined in the class information expectations. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'm always available to help you.